For this week's milestone in the 150 years special commemorative project, the Eastern Mosaic team headed out to some familiar territory in Chatsworth, where a guard of honor and wide smiles awaited us.
In honor of the commemorations of 150 years of people of Indian origin in South Africa, Eastern Mosaic once again joined hands with the Gift of the Givers in a project where we target underprivileged communities. Today we paid a visit to the community of Bayview in Chatsworth, where we handed out raincoats and fruit packs to the learners of Summerfield Primary.
Good morning, boys and girls. Now, on behalf of you and your parents, I want to express our sincere gratitude and appreciation to both Eastern Mosaic and the Gift of the Givers for their magnanimous gesture of donating 150 raincoats to all of you.
So are you excited today? Yeah! And do you all know what channel Eastern Mosaic is on?
It was great to watch the youngsters in action, but their energy belies the difficult circumstances that these learners face on a daily basis.
Mr. Moody, please give us some background on the learners of Summerfield Primary.
Currently, we have 454 learners, and a vast majority of them come from an impoverished background. When we talk about an impoverished background, we're looking at their homes. Lots of them come from shacks, others come from informal settlements, and the others come from sub-economic flats. Of the school fee of 200 Rand per annum, only about 13% of them can afford to pay part of it. So you find that most of the learners come to school without a meal. So we are able, through the assistance of a vast majority of non-governmental organizations, to provide them with a meal each day. And on a Tuesday, approximately 200 children have a hot meal, which is sponsored by a local supermarket, and it is prepared by a parent free of charge.
As the Deputy Principal of Summerfield, what does it mean to your school and your learners that they've received these raincoats today?
Well, from my experience, I noticed that on rainy days, a lot of children stay away because it's impossible for them to make their way to school. While there are others who are brave enough to come through, but unfortunately when they arrive here, they are absolutely drenched. And now we need to send them back home. And I think with this 150 raincoats, it's going to make a very significant difference, because now we'll expect those learners to come to school and our attendance would improve.
When the givers arrived, it seemed that the gifts may not be able to fit through the gate. But Salim said skillful driving saved the day.
Salim, what was the motivation behind today's choice of handout?
There is a great need in this area in Bayview, and that's what brought us here today to this area.
Considering that we are celebrating 150 years of Indians in South Africa, do you have a message for our viewers?
Serving and uplifting mankind is part of the Gift of the Givers Foundation motto. With the 150 years commemoration, we don't want the unfortunate kids to be left out. We want them to feel part of it, of this event.
Soon the learners were queuing up for their coats, and they were ready to challenge any rain clouds that came their way.
With the 150-year commemorations, it's important that we engage with those that are less fortunate. And even though handing out raincoats is but a small gesture, it nonetheless sends the message to the learners of the Summerfield Primary School that they are in our thoughts and are very much part of this momentous event. Yeah!